Hey, what's good YouTube? Antayami here, back with another video, and in today's video, I'll be showcasing a deck profile of Punk Kashtira's, a deck I played at the Friday locals at my, Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals I tend to go to a lot, and I got third place with this list, which is really cool. And I just kind of want to show off. I don't want to go into like super details because I feel like these builds are pretty much, it kind of just speaks for itself for the most part. Very fun deck, had a blast, and went against one Splight, one Tier Elements, one Dark World, and the Mirror Match. And I lost round 2 to the Splight player because we went into time and he gained 32 life points off of the Red Resonator card, or whatever it's called. And we played it out anyway, and I ended up OTKing him through that, which is really funny, but just lost in time. So basically, I pretty much dominated, but yeah, third place. Good on my opponent to play so well. I didn't expect the time card, honestly. I should have seen it coming, but I lost game 1. Game 2 I won, and game 3 he just gained life points. But yeah, he was very good overall. So let's go ahead and hop into the deck profile. Start off with the Punk cards. We played the triple Foxy Tune, the triple Ogre Dance, and the triple Xiamen. You want to see as many like starters as possible. And speaking of starters, I guess I can throw his in here right now. You want to play the triple E teleports because you just want consistency. This card is broken at 3. It's not once per turn. It's like another copy of your Xiamen, or it can be a copy of your Wagon, depending on what your hand is. Playing Punks is very difficult because there are so many different routes, and if you want to play through like certain hand traps and stuff like that, there's just like different crazy lines you can go into. But that's it for the 3-ofs of the Punk engine. You also play double Shirakuzai and double Deernote. There's hands where you want to see like extra Punk names for these cards to like do their thing, which is really, really good. So I never bricked on having like 2 of these or anything like that. They look like extenders, or they can act as extenders. For the 1-ofs, you play the one Spider, one Wagon. One searches Spill Spell, the other one searches the Trap, which is really good. Fill Spell and the Trap card. Obviously, you just play one of these because I don't want to clog my deck, and I never missed having a second copy. And one Gabu. It's just a really good end perm that you can end on your ending board, and it's just really, really good. And there's a really cool interaction that a lot of people like to do, because sometimes I'll use this card knowing that my opponent would chain into it, and that just gives me another special summon with the Dragon Drive, and it's just crazy because people forget about the interaction a lot, so it's really cool. Going into the Kashtiras, I played triple Unicorn and double Fenrir and one Birth. So the reason why I have this ratio like this, if you open up this is like 2 level 7 bodies with a Punk monster, which is really, really good. But you open up Fenrir, it's basically just a 1 body. You can special summon it, search out for like a unicorn, but the unicorn doesn't really do much in your hand. You can use it up as like follow-up, but it normally doesn't come up to like where you summon it, because if you have an inboard, your opponent can't crack it, you pretty much win on a crackback. Very rarely I will summon a monster off of Fenrir. So I can see arguments of like maybe playing 3Ds in a side deck and just having this, because you mainly want to use this just for like the you special summon it, you like say you normal summon Xiamen, activate Xiamen's effect, you know, go off from there, go into Baron, and then you can just have like your entire combo protected underneath Baron, and then you can activate this to special summon this back out again, and you can just go crazy with it. It's really good, where this is just a body by itself. But going second, this card is insane, so I might just play it in a side deck in the future, but we'll see. Sometimes going first is really strong too. Going into like the going second cards, we have triple Ash Blossoms, triple Effect Veiler, the one Ghost Ogre because you can search it, and then we play the Bistro package with the triple Magnamut and the one Druid Worm. I didn't want to go crazy with the Bistios because I didn't want to break on them, but I like the ratio here. Perform very nice, especially with combinations with the other hand traps. It's very, very strong. And then of course I play the double triple Tactics Talents, and then the one Call Body Grave. Called by the Gray very much overperformed. It negated Toad. It negated like Terra Element cards. And it also negated an Ash Blossom, which is really, really safe. So when I have this card in hand and I go for the Shirakuzai line, it just feels safe. So didn't regret not playing that. Of course, 40 card deck. Let's go ahead and go into the extra deck here. For the Synchros, the 2 level 8s I played is Dragon Drive and the Berserk Tingy. This is insane going second. This is, of course, part of your combo. Very, very good. I play 1 level 9. This used to be a Shinshin, but I like their Crocosaurus because it's so good. It can give you an extra draw, which sometimes it saved me at times. I remember one time I drew into E-Teleport and it was like insane. The fact that it has the popping effect as a quick effect to out certain cards, like this out of the anti-spell one time to allow me to play my Birth and my Field Spell, and that got me out of a tough situation, which is really, really cool. And it can get really, really big. So if you're not ready for this card is really insane. I love it. Like I said, prefer it over Shinshin because even if you make a Shinshin, Terra Elements can still play through it because they can just like activate Sharon pitch a like say for example like Algito or whatever that card name is, and then they just kill you anyway. So I like this card a lot better. Burn the Floor, that's my level 10. Same thing with Supreme, very good cards. For the 11s, we play the 1 Second in Punisher, card is crazy. And we play the 1 Amazing Dragon. I can see an argument for this to be at 2, but I didn't miss the second copy because I didn't really go into lines where you needed to play into it. So it was very solid. For the XYZs, oops, that's an XYZ. For the XYZs, I played 1 Vampire and 1 Mind Hacker. I summoned this once in the tournament, didn't really need to, it was more like a flex play, but you don't really need these cards. There was one time this came up to, I took one of my opponent's monsters with Dark, and people forget that your opponent monster does not have to be a level 8 to go into this, because I took like a level 3 and overlaid it with one of my level 8s and made this card. And it's pretty cool, but these cards can low-key be cuttable. I think there's better cards, but that's what I play for the tournament. I played 1 Rising Carp, obviously for the Punk combo. Going into the links, I played 1 Dark Charmer, 1 Asa. These both cards came up, which is really cool. 1 IP Masquerena. There's inboards where you pretty much open up like a ton of extenders. You can end off an IP, and really good because it can also turn into a unicorn or Underworld Goddess, which a lot of people obviously didn't see coming. And yeah, this lineup played very, very well. So very good. Going into the side deck here, I played this card just for fun, just to play with it because it was just locals, and this card actually came up a lot, which is really, really funny. Not versus a lot of decks, but it came up in the mirror match, and it came up versus playing Splites, which is very, very funny. This card was like 45, and it could have had an opportunity to take Toad, but that was the same turn where I OTK'd because I special summoned Unicorn, went into battle phase, he activated Elf, and he had a Masquerena, so he activated the Masquerena effect, he activated the Elf effect, and I baited like his red, and this card came out as like just 3,000, but then it also made my talents live because he activated all that stuff in the main phase. So I actually triple tactic talents, took his Avermax, special summoned this, and I think I had, of course, Unicorn, which ripped the card out of his extra deck. It was insane. It was just really, really fun. Very good in the mirror match. A really cool interaction with this card is when my opponent had Psychic and Punisher, you can actually just go into a battle phase. Your opponent will activate Psychic and Punisher to boost his attack. And since this card acts like a kaiju when it like tributes, because it tributes for cost, you can go into main phase true and just trip it over the Psychic and Punisher, which is really funny, and then you can just take it. So it's really, really cool. So I just played it for fun. There's like obviously better like cards you can play over this, but I liked it, and I thought it was a really cool card. More going second cards, I play triple Imperm. I can take out cards that is really strong going first and put in more hand traps. It worked very well. Usually I just went against with like tier elements or splites, and it performed very well. The second, triple attack the talents. And for the back row removal, we play double Cosmic, double Twin Twister, just to have like a versatility of things. And the going first cards, I play double There Can Only Be One and double Anti-Spell. I hate Flunderies. Even going second, I will still slide this card in, because if you happen to just like kind of mess with their board or break it, if you set this and resolve it, they just lose. And Anti-Spell is just really crazy going first. So that's it for the side deck. So all right guys, well, that's the entire deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be making like another update to this deck in the future, but I just wanted to show off this deck because I haven't really been to a locals in a minute, but I just want to show off this deck profile. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and have a great one, guys. Peace.